John, it looks pretty sunny out here. It's snowing out here, so it must be a little bit warmer than where I am.
Well, I was supposed to come out to Vegas on Tuesday for the Vegas Roundtable, and then I got an alert. They said if you'd like to get a free of charge change of flight to come out on Saturday, we're going to change your flight because we don't think planes are going to be taken off from the airport on Tuesday because we're getting a nor'easter. So they always say people were complaining that we didn't have a winter in Baltimore. It looks like we're going to get a little bit of a winter. My kids are going to get off school. And how's it look out the window right now?
We got a tad bit of flurrying, but we're expecting about 8 to 14 over the next 24 hours.
I'm expecting I got to go buy some sunscreen. I got a little red on the head sitting out a little too long today. You enjoying the view?
It looks good. It looks palm trees, sunlight, vitamin D, none of which I'm getting right now.
Yeah, but you're Russian. You're used to it.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So let's talk about this, the seeds of the tournament. Let's talk about Michigan. First of all, I was at the book yesterday, obviously. Not one single person was on Michigan. Every square was on Wisconsin. Obviously, if you watch the Michigan game in Washington, D.C., the tournament finished before the storm had come. You saw they were on their A game. I guess the fear of losing your life will motivate anybody. And just looked like Wisconsin had no answer for them whatsoever. They just couldn't defend them. They won 4 games in a row in 4 days. And what do you show the opening number in the tournament with Michigan?
Well, before we get into that, you know how we always talk about right now, it's all about momentum. And these teams are carrying momentum from the first game, and they're in rhythm every night. And if the team's hot, they're going to keep rolling the following night because these kids are young. The legs can handle it. It's not like the NBA where they need rest. So right now, the teams that are going to be hot coming into the tournament are good teams early. Again, it's a long run because it's not every day. It's 3 different weeks. But some of these teams are coming in blazing hot.
Blazing hot. And when you watch the Maryland game, for instance, obviously Maryland got blown out by Northwestern, but they drew the 6th seed. What is the opening number on Xavier? You got
right now, Maryland is a 2-point favorite.
I'll leave my comments to myself regarding that line. What do you show Michigan as the opening number?
Michigan currently right now, I just checked, it's been moving. We'll just have the update for you.
Keep in mind we're doing this video. It's 6:30 East. It's 3:30 here. So you were very prepared.
Been a long day. Been working here all day. A lot of clients are very excited. I have a lot of guys coming out to Vegas that are going to be meeting you at the end of the week. Four.
Yeah, so what you'll see is a lot of late money coming in on these games. And like I was telling people, as we discuss on the radio, and as you know, I'll be in the office at the radio station tomorrow. You'll be on the phone with Brian at 1400 a.m. here in sunny Las Vegas. We always discuss the game within the game. Yesterday was a prime example. We had Kentucky straight up, but you take Arkansas in the second half, you're an easy winner. Rhode Island won and covered the spread, but if you take VCU in the second half, an easy winner. Basically, you have a tale of two halves in most of these games, and you have a lot of money to be made trading these games in the second half. So this is especially out here in Vegas where you can get in, the time difference. You have the 3-hour edge. I tell people, you don't have to be in a rush to make those plays right before game time. Everybody's in a rush to get their plays in, and it's funny because as I walk through these casinos, I was in a casino yesterday, a guy stopped me. And again, I have an opinion on every game. We have an analysis. We have a computer algorithm on every game. But listen, the biggest bettors in the world pay me not for what I know. One of the sportsbook ticket writers at the window, I'm not going to name which sportsbook it was, he said, John, when I went to cash my Kentucky ticket, he said, what do you think of this Lakers game? Because, look, people don't understand that the guys writing the tickets actually are players themselves. And I said, look, hold me to it. But if I had to make a play, I'd take Philly. I think they went outright. The wrong team is favored. Sure enough, Philly won the game outright by 3. They were a 4-point dog. This morning, of course, he was singing my praises like it was the lock. I said, no. I didn't even play the game. You asked me my opinion, but that was just my opinion. And the reality is, it goes back to the same old scenarios. There's always you could always make a selection on any game, but what we discuss in the office when I'm in Baltimore is the difference between playing on credit and the difference between walking up to the casino and cash. I'm sitting here right now with 10, 20 dimes in my pocket, and if I'm going to walk to the window, I'm going to walk and I'm going to play the right games based upon the information that I have, not because I think Philly should win the game or I don't think Philly should win the game. When I'm sitting here and I'm breaking bread with Kenny White, when I'm breaking bread with Brian Blessing, when I'm breaking bread with Dominic Larugio, when I'm breaking bread with Don Johnson, these are guys that have done their own due diligence and made their mark in the gaming industry to beat the books for millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, making money, extracting and using the casino, not just the sports book, the casino is an ATM machine. And it's not because they were looking to have action for action's sake. A couple of days ago, you had a client call the office before I left. He was here in Vegas. I think he called you from the MGM. And he was upset, I think, because he had only received 3 selections. And he thought he should have more. If I could get away with playing 1 game a day, I would play 1 game a day. Less is more. What I noticed from the betting behavior here in Vegas, and why I love coming out here every 3 weeks, not only just to meet my clients and break bread with them, is that a lot of these guys, the minute the first game is over, they're running to make the bet on the second game. How quick can I give my money back?
Right.
Nobody's satisfied. Nobody's looking to walk away and keep the money that they've won. I was stopped by another guy. He came out here with 100,000. He said February 14th on a Valentine's Day. And he said he was down to about 20. But he's a 7-star member and he's getting free rooms. Well, you need to tell me it cost $80,000 to get 3 weeks of free rooms at a casino? Shit, that's a nice down payment on any property here. You can get a nice place for $200,000 in Vegas. So it's all about perception and how you want to create your own reality. So in 2017, like I said, if you're a credit bettor and all you've ever done is play with a local bookmaker, or you're an online bettor and all you've ever done is fund an offshore account, I would treat this like your Mecca. Treat this like your religious experience and make an attempt to one day get on the plane and come to Las Vegas, wager with cash. Sure, they're opening up casinos in every place in the country where you can go. Even in Maryland, they just opened a new place in D.C. But they all have an absence of a sports book. Go to walk into a sports book, have cash in your pocket, see what the difference between looking up at that board and watching the lines move like you would in a financial ticker on Wall Street, and watch lines move in real time, half points by the moment. Watch the halftime lines come up in real time. Watch them bark out the in-game live trades at the Red Rock, so on and so forth. Feel the difference between when somebody gives you a ticket and it's an IOU printed, and then when you win, you're laying out the big, and you're going to get your win back, plus you're going to get your principal back, plus you're going to get your big back, as opposed to people calling you up and saying, yeah, I bet a nickel dime a game, and they really don't have the money because they just have high fancy credit. Because and I know you're dealing with a lot of these credit callers that when they hear what we charge for some of access to our higher end trading systems, they freak because they're used to paying $25 for a hot pick, and they can't do that with us.
Right.
So these guys that are flying out here and meeting me, they're meeting me because they want to have access to the same systems, same information, the same sources. They're not meeting me because they're looking to come out here with $100,000 and bet $100,000 on the lock of the year, the game of the month, they can't lose. I mean, I sat there and watched the Wisconsin game lose with 6 clients, and we also had the Kentucky game. Oh well, what are you going to do? It's life in the big city, Anything else you want to elaborate other than you're going to be wearing a jacket and I'm staying in it?
Well, just the last thing, I think everybody's just
What's
hyper.
up?
Everybody, everybody's just hyper-focused on the main tournament, but we also know that the NIT is playing starting tonight and tomorrow. There's the CIT. Those are the games that are not going to be a lot of heavy traffic on, and the lines aren't going to be as sharp as these tournament games when everybody and their mother's playing on the game, where you can find a lot of good value in these smaller tournaments that are also neutral court games where we are going to be playing everything. So because we don't care, we're not in it for the fans' sake. We're in this to make this as a long-term profit.
Right, has the phone's been ringing? A lot of people are inquiring. Or are they still getting ready?
They're still dazed from this past weekend, but what I've realized is the clients that I've talked to are not as hyper-focused on the individual games this Thursday. They understand NBA is rolling, soccer is rolling, and this is just another opportunity to make money.
Yeah, and let's not forget MLB starting up. I'm going to take a little walk here. You might see a little different. MLB starting up, and let's not forget that MLB is right around the corner. And if you guys want to register and take advantage of our MLB packages, by all means, like I said, give Mike a call because before you know it, you'll be in the money-making system.
Snow day or not, I'll be here to take the calls.
Yeah, by the way, let me ask you a question. I didn't even check the score. Who won that Cincinnati game last night?
SMU won heavily.
So just here's the reason why I asked that is because I was at the book last night. 6 separate people said to me, "Who are you taking, John? Cincy?" And so this goes back to what I say every time I'm in Vegas. If I stood at the book and just listened to what guys were saying and squares and just went against them, oh my God, 9 out of 10 times it's like stealing money from a baby. So, look, your ego is what's going to break you 9 out of 10 times. These people are walking up to me and they're not members. They know who I am. They watch my videos on Scores and Odds. They see me on Don Best. They see me on SBO. They know who I am. And instead of saying, "Hey, how are you? Nice to see you in person. You really are in Vegas, like you say. What kind of promotions are you running for March Madness?" Fine. Yeah, I would actually give that information out to a non-paying member. I'm not in the business of charity, UNICEF, or the Red Cross. The biggest bettors in the world pay me for the guys that I have access to. They come out here and they break bread with me. I just got done. I was getting a little lunch. Now I'm going to head over. I got to get a little nicotine in me and then go meet some more clients. Because, here you can actually smoke everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for rubbing it in.
And so, am I freezing up on you?
A little bit.
All right, so like I said, stay warm. I know I'll stay warm. And we'll be back for tomorrow live on
Sportsbook Radio
1400 AM at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time, 3:30 East. And if it starts snowing tonight, we might do an update part 2 of this radio.
And anybody who doesn't get a chance to be in Vegas and wants to listen to us online, you can hear us on sportsbookradio.com.
Sportsbookradio.com. And you can also go to TuneIn and put in, if you can't get that, if it's not working, you can go to tune.in and type in 1400 AM in Las Vegas tomorrow.
KSHP 1400 AM.
KSHP. You got it.
Good day and
All
good
right,
luck.
I'll talk to you soon.